Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, and man, I am finally back with the consistent uploads. I was sick, so I most definitely had to take care of myself before I can take care of y'all. So just know that I'm back, man. I appreciate y'all for those who have been waiting around. Prayers for Rich in the comment, and man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, RGF, go ahead and turn on post notifications as well as hit that like button. Thank God for giving me this opportunity, and most of all, thank y'all for the support. Now, let's just go ahead and get into the making. I got a fire rare build for y'all today with over 100 badges. Going to be called the Inside Out Facilitator. The first thing that you want to go ahead and do is put this build under the small forward position. Now, y'all most definitely know that the small forwards are easily one of the best, if not the best position to make any type of build out of in this game. So I'm really excited to be back. I missed y'all. I really mean that. Let's go ahead and get right into it now. We got big things in store for 2022. A much better schedule is going to be coming for y'all as well as in my personal life. Everything is working out. We're just going to go ahead and give all the grace to God because, again, man, that is the only thing that we should be doing. Now, when it comes down to the height, I'm going to go with 6'8". When it comes down to the weight, I'm going with 185. And then as for the wingspan, y'all got to go ahead and put this to 7'1". Now, for the body shape, I really like builds. You can change it up if you want to, but I'm telling y'all, there are multiple ways to go about it. As long as you feel comfortable with what you got, I promise y'all, everything's going to work out in your favor. I'm just so glad to be back, y'all. I really and did miss y'all with all of my heart. I just need y'all to know that I appreciate every one of y'all for the support that y'all have been giving me throughout the years. We're just going to continue to go even crazier in 2022, and I hope that I could just most definitely inspire at least one of y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. The first thing you want to go ahead and do is start with the finishing. We're going to go with a close shot of 90. Driving layup going to be a 72. When it comes down to the driving dunk, you're going to be able to get the pro contact dunk. So go ahead and put this to an 85. Standing dunk an 84 and max out that post control at a 94. Right here, we're going to be able to get 29 finishing badges, and honestly the badges that we are unlocking for this category really solid all around. You get some really good Hall of Fame badges, but also even the gold ones. Most definitely I am excited about Back Down Punisher. To get it on Hall of Fame is really going to make a huge difference. 29 badges on top of all that, cannot get much better than this. Now let's go ahead and get into the making of the shooting. So the mid-range shot, go ahead and put this to a 75, but then when it comes down to the three-pointer, we're going to go ahead and put this to an 83. Then when it comes down to the free throw, go ahead and put this up to where you're going to be able to really hit consistently in any game mode. I'm going to go and put this to a 75, and right there, you're going to get 23 shooting badges. And honestly, you still get a good amount of solid badges when it comes out of the Hall of Fame category. Also, if you consider to be making this build more like a post scorer, you're definitely going to find some success in that area as well. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the playmaking. So as you can see right here, we're going to go with the pass accuracy of 85. When it comes down to the ball handle, I actually decided to go a little bit different with this one. So I'm going to go with the 77. Then with that speed with ball, I'm going to go with the 75. Another 23 badges all around looking really good. You still get the ones that we are going to need to put on, especially when it comes down to handles for days, hyperdrive, tight handles, unpluckable, quick first step. All of these are going to be some really solid badges that we can use on this build. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the defensive end. So, you have to go ahead and maintain a 76 perimeter defense to maintain the build name. But when it comes down to the steal, go with an 82 block. We're actually going to go ahead and put this up to the high 80s, somewhere around an 85. And then when it comes down to the rebounding, y'all, go ahead and move around your defensive rebound, bring that up to an 83. And then when it comes down to the offensive, go ahead and put this to a 57. And right there, we're going to be able to get 21 defensive badges. Now, even here, you still get some really solid badges on the defensive end out of all the tiers. Really well balanced, and that is something that I am most definitely looking forward to when it comes to out of this build. Now, let's go ahead and get into the physicals. I'm going to go ahead and max out that speed. This is going to be an 80. When it comes down to the acceleration, I'm going to go with the 78. Skip over the strength. Please make sure you go with a 75 vertical, and then go ahead and put the rest into your stamina. And right here, this is a setup that we will be running with. Remember, you also have to take into the fact that we're going to be able to get a +4 from our rebirth on the badges, and then also a +3 or +4 because we are going into season 4, and that's going to allow us to get another badge point on our builds. So honestly, this build is easily going to be able to maintain over 100 badges, but then when it comes down to it, you really have everything that you could possibly want out of any other build. Really, the contact dunks are there, the dribbling is still solid, same thing with the defense, and the shooting is definitely much easier this year than it has been in the past. Now, when it comes down to the takeovers, we got sharpshooting, playmaking, then the post scoring. Now, no, all of these are some really good options. So again, it just comes down to how you see yourself using this build as well as your playstyle. For me, the first one that I would really consider is going to be power back downs. Now, the second one, I like limitless range, but if you wanted to, you could even go with spotted precision or even double up with one of the post scoring takeovers. A playmaking one would be solid as well. This comes down to how you see it for yourself. I'm going with limitless range, and as y'all can see, we have made the inside out facilitator, and we're getting over 100 badges with the contact dunks. And look at the comparisons: James Worthy, Andrew Wiggins, as well as Kevin Durant. Now, the way that this build is made is really going to remind me of Andrew Wiggins out of the 3 comparisons. But really quick, let's go ahead and check out what this build is going to be looking like. So we did pick the post scoring takeover, which gives us a +10 to our finishing side of things. But then we also picked the limitless range takeover, which gives us another +10. Then you're going to be running with teammates that have floor general and defensive leader on Hall of Fame, another +4. And then from there, if you buy boost, that is another +4. So +18 in total to the finishing and the shooting. Essentially, in takeover, your 3-point shot will be a 99. Free throw will be in the 90s. Same thing for that mid-range shot. Then we're going to get a 99 close shot, y'all. 99 post control, the standing dunk and driving dunk will be in the 90s, so do not worry about that. But then when it comes down to the defensive end, a lot of these stats are going to be in the 90s, and then the ones that are in the 70s are going to go up to the 80s. Then on top of all that, in takeover as well as with buying boost, you're going to be able to speed boost with this build as well. Honestly, this is a very versatile and well-rounded build. I like it because of how I made it, especially with being able to get contact dunks. That is definitely going to be one of the most essential parts of this build. But now, let's just go ahead and get into the breakdown of these badges. I appreciate y'all if you have made it this far. If you did, just go ahead and let me know with a like, comment down below as well, and I got y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the finishing badges. For me, I'm going with silver posterizer, gold slithery finisher, Hall of Fame back down punisher, and then from there I'm going with bronze fearless finisher just for the animations, gold limitless takeoff, and then for these last 10 badges, it really comes down to what you want to do. As long as you feel comfortable with the setup, go ahead and run it. But for me, I'm going with drop stepper as well as fast twitch. Now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. I'm running with blinders. Then from here, I'm going with corner specialist as well. Another setup that you can run with though is if you don't go with corner specialist, go ahead and run green machine as well as Deadeye. We got 16 more remaining badges, so go ahead and put on sniper. You cannot forget about hot zone hunter. And then for these last 5, again, it comes down to what you want to do. There are a lot of different badges that you can run on this build as well, but for me, just like I said, if you want to, go ahead and put on corner specialist. Now just know, as long as you feel comfortable with the shooting setup that you're running, I promise you a lot of things are going to work out in your favor, especially when it comes down to spreading the wealth. Now, let's go ahead and get a step further into this. I'm going with bronze bullet passer for the playmaking side of things, silver hyperdrive as well as quick first step. Then from here, I would really consider triple threat juke. Unpluckable is definitely another badge you want to run, as well as handles for days. And then when it comes down to the next 7 badges, if you want to, you can upgrade any tier of badges or leave it as is. For the last ones, I'm going with bronze, bailout, and then tight handles. Now, let's go ahead and get into the last part of this build, which is going to be the defensive end. For me, I know that Hustler is a very overpowered badge, so that's what I'm going to start it off on. Then from there, I'm going with Rim Protector, Interceptor, as well as Clamps. And then for these last 5, you cannot forget about Intimidator. We got one more badge that we're going to be able to work with. So if you wanted to go about this a different way, go ahead and put on Rebound Chaser, and then we're also going to go ahead and put on one more, which is really going to help us out, and that is going to be Pickpocket, y'all. And this is pretty much the setup that I would be running. We got 29 finishing badges. Then when we get to the shooting, we actually get 23 right here. As for the playmaking, we get 23 also, and then we get 21 defensive. Again, I just got to say thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all for being able to just allow me to express myself how I want on my platform. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Rich Gang family. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family RGF, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications as well as hit that like button, y'all. I just need y'all to know I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I thank y'all. And man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.